There you go.
If it shuts off again, I have a backup recording right now.
Okay. You asked specifically about things that we had done in the past, or things that we were doing. So the biggest, most recent set of events that the SCA did was the Harvest Days, the week of events during Harvest Days. So, like the bite blended smoothies, and we tried to roast s'mores, but it was too cloudy. Yeah, so we have a solar cooker, and so we're not actually setting a fire with wooden stuff. We're setting them on fire with a big giant parabolic mirror.
Dang.
And if we don't have enough sun, it doesn't work.
So the fact that it was a cloudy day probably screwed that up.
We were not able to do what we wanted to do there in terms of setting things on fire. But hopefully it's not going to happen today, but it will probably happen at our next meeting, unless we have a field trip that we're trying to get planned. If we don't go on the field trip, we're probably going to cook off the marshmallows and eat the chocolate, because we need to cook the marshmallows and eat the chocolate. But we're in the process of planning a field trip to the EPA district office, or regional office, I should say. And we've gone on a couple of those. It gives the students a chance to see the inner workings of the EPA, and then talk with EPA staff about careers there. So it's a cool opportunity for students here.
Yeah.
Since we have a regional office just right around the corner, that's even better. Let's see. I think that the SCA is going to help with the pumpkin composting event coming up. I know that they're going to do a table with the trick-or-treat. They do like some, I don't know, I hate to give that away. They do some games, that's how I'll say it. They do some cool games that involve different recycled materials on campus. Oh. So, that's your teaser for that.
Thanks for not spoiling it.
Yes, because I was about to. But that's a fun one, and they enjoy getting together and doing that one.
And that's with the SCC?
So, SSC, but no.
SSC.
It's not with the SSC, that's just an SCA event. That event is actually sponsored by Senate, I think. I have an email from Hanan.
The pumpkin compost?
Oh, not the pumpkin, the trick-or-treat.
The trick-or-treat.
Yeah, the trick-or-treat is the October the 27th. So it's a week from today. Next Friday. The pumpkin composting will be the first week of November. And that's something that our interns here in the office do, and that SEA joins in because it's messy and fun.
Yeah.
What else?
Let's see here. So we talked a little bit about kind of what they did in the past. Do they ever have any big things that they've contributed to the college?
So that is going to be more of what the SSC does.
Okay, I sometimes get those mixed up.
No, it's okay. Everybody does it. It's absolutely okay. So the SSC has done the solar charging tables, contributed part of the cost of building Galileo's Pavilion, contributed to the renovation of the Carlson Center and Yardley Hall, the Carlson and Polsky.
Yeah.
Tree plantings, speakers coming to campus, all sorts of stuff. There's a long and extensive list of those particular contributions that the SSC has administered through the years. So,
do people from the SCA tend to join up with the SCA?
There is some cross-pollination, and there is one member from the SCA as a representative on SSC. So the structure of the Student Sustainability Committee includes designated members from several groups, and the Student Environmental Alliance is one of them.
So how was it founded? How long ago?
SEA?
Yeah, SEA.
SEA would have been long before I got here. 2006 or 7, I think.
That's been around for a while.
Yeah, it has been. And it's traditionally had a environmental science faculty member as a co-advisor. That is not currently the case. But we've traditionally had two advisors, myself and then someone else from the science department, just like any club would, a faculty member of interest. I want to say when they, and I wasn't here, I think when they first got started there were litter pickups and things like that, which are things that we still do with the committee. Film showings, again, things that we still do with the committee. So, sort of the more traditional, fun, clubby type stuff.
Yeah. What type of films do they watch?
Oh, gosh. So we've shown films about the polar ice caps. There's one about something, shrinking ice, breaking ice. That one was a couple years ago. We just did... You would ask that because I'm not going to be able to remember them off the top of my head. We just did this film on family farms.
You guys watch like Food Inc. or?
We've done a film on food policy. That was last year. We did a film called Nature Play. There it is. A film called Nature Play on getting kids out and more active in nature at a young age.
When was that shown?
That was last spring. We did a film on bees a couple years ago.
And how important they are.
So the two food films, I think I've checked those out to faculty right now. I've sort of run my own film lending library. But we did, gosh, I don't think it was Food Inc. It was one that had a cow on it. I know that's terrible. I should be able to.
Supersize Me?
No, it wasn't that long ago. Let's see. No, it was Food Inc. Okay, sorry. I just remembered the cow. I didn't remember that it had a barcode. So that one would have been 4 years ago now. And then one on vegetarianism. Forks Over Knives.
Forks Over Knives.
Yeah, so we've done food, we've done, I think we may have talked about doing a place at the table, but we didn't do that here. I did that at a previous position. We usually rely on student guidance to pick a topic. And
yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, how is it kind of like organized throughout the year?
So, as I tell the students all the time, this is your committee. I mean, it's your club. It's not mine. So we really do let their interests guide the things that we do. This year we had, right at the start of this semester, we had 4 or 5 students who were really, really artistically talented. And so right before Harvest Days, we got together with those students and made reusable signs so that we wouldn't always be designing signs every semester. It would be something a little more useful for us. So that's something we'll be able to reuse for quite some time. I'm very excited because I don't draw very well.
Are those out there anywhere?
Not right now. So they're done for each one of our individual events. So there's like a set of 12 signs for Harvest Days. Soon we'll start working on a set of 12 signs for Earth Days. So those 2 events one per semester sort of bookend and act as a recruiting tool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For the club. And each one, they're similar in that each one has a farm to table lunch. Each one has the bike blended smoothies and the solar roasted s'mores. But they're a little different in that at one of them we try to bring in our campus dietitian and have some different conversations about food. And at another, the one in the spring, we try to do a little bit of spring cleaning stuff and do a clothing swap.
Yeah.
So, they're similar but different. In the past, we've done book readings or article readings and conversations. We didn't do it this past year, but we may try to resurrect it. Again, it's if the club wants to do it.
They want to do.
Exactly. So last year, they didn't really want to read. They wanted to do a campus garbage pickup. So we went around and picked up. There's not a lot of litter on campus because our grounds crew is so wonderful. But we were able to find some to clean up. So we've done that. Again, to sort of being more in tune with what they wanted to do. We've talked about doing a waste audit, like a larger scale waste audit.
Yeah.
We just did one back in the fall at the start of the semester, but we're talking about doing another one of those. So.
What goes into kind of doing that?
Oh, those are fun. You get to mess with other people's trash. So, but I mean, and I say that and you laugh, but they really are sort of fun and instructive. Everybody gets gloves. Everybody's safe. There's no real danger at all. But we have dining services, and in the case in the fall, they keep trash back for us from certain dumpsters, and then we basically lay out a tarp and sort the trash.
Yeah.
So you go through and what you're looking to see is what's compostable, what's recyclable, so what should have gone in the blue bin, what can we compost when we implement post-consumer composting, and then what does our waste then look like, of what percentage of that would have still gone to landfill. So it's sort of an instructive exercise for students to see what their waste looks like on campus. It helps students evaluate what away is when they throw things away. So, that's...
Yeah, we did something like that in our lab in environmental science.
Cool. So did you have Sarah?
Who did I have?
Courtney Masterson, Sarah Powell, Rebecca Lane.
Rebecca.
Okay.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, cool.
So, you said recently you're talking about post-consumer composting that you were going to implement. It hasn't been implemented yet. What is that? So I'm not sure of the person who knows the explicit details of the timeline is Crystal Antone. She's sitting right across the hall from us. I won't disrupt your recording by screaming. But Crystal is working with our housekeeping staff, our dining services staff, and the additional help of a grant that we received this past year to basically implement, just like it sounds, post-consumer composting, where a diner at the end of their meal will compost any food waste. We already compost all of our pre-consumer food waste on campus, so this is an expansion in a way of that offering to more people outside of campus employment. But it also comes with a degree of contamination, so there's always going to be like additional stuff in there that shouldn't be. So we'll end up contracting with a third party to handle that compost. We are already contracting with that third party to handle our paper towel compost from the restrooms. I know that this is probably about to be wrong, but I'll just say it this way. Okay.
Several campus buildings, I know that this building is one of them, but I can't remember the full list, are currently composting their paper towels. So you may have noticed that there's like a bright green sign.
Yeah, I have
separate
noticed
bin.
that.
Yeah, so our total paper towel diversion rate. Let's see, I'm looking at that poster right down there on the floor. It's not on there, is it? Easy office clean out bins. Oh, the diversion rate's going to be in that green bar, but we can take a picture of that for you.
Okay.
And send it to you. We had actually our current SEA student leader, Elizabeth Cloud Flynn, presented that poster.
Oh, really?
At the conference we just got back from, the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Ed.
Is she the one who is both in the
Yes.
SSC and the SEA?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'd be someone good to talk to as well.
She probably would be, and she would be willing to chat with you. That would be fine.
Elizabeth Cloud Flynn is her name?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have any of her contact information? Like an email I can use?
I can forward your information to her.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Once you're done, I have just
Go ahead.
one last question.
I can double
Cool.
multitask.
All right. We kind of covered this a little bit, but just a little bit kind of more in detail. What kind of things are they doing these days?
So right now we just finished all the signs that they did.
Mm-hmm.
That took a good two club meetings. We're trying to firm up a date to go visit the EPA. Which I think, like I said, is going to be our next meeting and not the one after that. I had somebody who asked if we could watch part of a documentary today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Since it's sunny out, I think I may go and get the solar cooker, and we may blow off the documentary and see if anybody wants to roast s'mores. There have been some conversations about trying to go to a MRF, a materials recycling facility, to see how things work there. So we're going to continue that conversation today. And then I had several people ask me to bring in some information about careers and environmental science. And so we'll probably have that conversation today.
Yeah, so it really does seem that student-driven.
Oh, yeah.
People just
It definitely
come up with ideas.
They do. And, Elizabeth, as in her student leadership role, helps to guide some of that. And then one of my, I guess Emily's still a student worker here in the office, so Emily Neff also helps act in that sort of leadership role as well.
Okay,
so,
maybe she'd also be someone
yep.
to talk to. What was her last name, Neff?
Neff, Neff. I'm about to text both of them your contact information.
Excellent, thank you very much. And with that, I think we have a really good amount of information.
Groovy.